We received.
You received
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Just now we received. Yeah.
So let me start the recording. So let us go to the session. Okay. So here we are funding with create customers and other stuff as well. So let us create a customer right now.
Sir, share the screen, sir.
Okay, okay. So now you are able to see, right? So I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So let me log into the application. So ours is Proton.
Welcome.
Welcome. Yeah. Okay, let us go to the OM. So there we can check that on. And customers standard. Yeah, now it is opening up. So here you can see that the create button. Okay, so it's a kind of a bug only. The bug means it's a demo instance having this issue. So not only for us, so across the world the same issue only. Okay, whenever we go for demo instance, just click on create. So the organization name is Proton underscore customer. And here the country is India. Just a minute. Okay, sorry. Okay, so let me go to the application here. Vote on customer India. Okay, India. So address I can take high-tech city. So Hyderabad. Ghana. So here operating unit. So let us select our operating unit. Ours is Proton, right? Yeah, Proton operating unit. So here we need to select the build to and ship to location. Build to is I'm taking the primary, and ship to, let us take the ship to. So here the build to ship to means, so you, so the bill goes to one place and the item will go to the other place like that. So we need to select the bill to and ship to. So for that, what happens is, okay, for example, our customer is from high tech city, and their site is somewhere in different area. So then what we can do is we will send the bill to uh, bill to the uh, uh, high tech city, and then I will ship to the customer location like that. So here we can take, just click on that, click on go, and you can select it. If it is both the same, then you can select, you can take the same thing. Otherwise, if it is different, so what we can do is you can take the different address, and here click on apply and apply. Once you apply, so the primary is bill will go to that place only. So the primary place. So next one is auto accounting. So auto accounting is mandatory in AR. So in AP we will select the distribution accounting, and distribution account and liability account will be generated by default, and we will take the expense account in the distribution. And here in AR, the auto accounting, so we need to create the revenue and receivable account, both the accounts, and tax account as well. So whenever we create a invoice, so we will not give any kind of accounting. It will generate so automatically. So now we created it. So just click on apply. So now let me go to the auto accounting. So setup. Okay, so this is, we are in a OM, right? So let us move to the AR. So go to the AR, and here the setup, transactions, auto accounting. Click on auto accounting, and by default you are getting the operating unit because of the profile options. Okay, so now let us take the revenue account or receivable account, whatever it will be, revenue account. Okay, and here, so I will take, you can take the table or constant value table. What you can do is, so if you already updated the details, so the accounting details in sales representative or site or standard lines, even the transaction types, you will see this revenue account in these areas in these table names. So actually yesterday we had taken revenue, receivables, and tax in transaction type only. So you can take it directly. Otherwise, what you can do is you can take the constant value. Either of that you can use it. Now I am going to take constant value. Okay. So here the revenue account. So we have the revenue. So take the revenue, and department, finance department, and okay. Click on OK. And we are using this these only, right? So department product, we are using 5 or 4, 4 or 4 only, right? I think so. Department product. We are using other
No, sir, only 4.
4. Okay, fine. Okay. So then go to the header level and click on new. So click on new and we just revenue and receivables. Let us go for the receivable account. So here also let us select the company, and receivable account is asset account. So we had taken that one only. So yeah, asset account and finance, and this one is okay. Save it. And next one is we need to go for the tax account. Tax account is a liability account. So tax is liability, and here the constant value and account, we can take the liability account here, liability, and department finance, and this one is a product. Done. Okay, then save it. Fine. This is how to define the auto accounting. So why? Because so we will not give any accounting while creation of the auto invoice or receipt. So system will generate based on the auto accounting. So next one is, so we need to define the tax manager before going to receivable activities. So let us see that. So it's a one-time activity. Okay, if you are dealing with AR setups, so setup receipts and receivable activities. Okay, you can see that. Please define a party tax profile for the operating unit. So you will get this error. For that, what we can do is we will define the taxation. Taxation means we are not doing the tax setups because we have the tax manager setup. We will do later. But here we need to update. Either you are taking the tax or no tax, whatever you need to update. Okay. So for that, what we need to do is go to the Oracle application and system administrator, and you need to assign tax manager there. And security user define and F11, and here proton control F11, and you can assign the tax here, tax manager. Click on OK and save it. So now let us go to the tax manager. Go to the tax manager and click on home. Okay, so this one also it is giving error. It needs to be refreshed, I think. Okay. Because it is so not very responsible because actually it need to be refreshed. So let me go for other setups. Okay, so the other setup is I can take the independent is approval limit and document sequence. These two are independent, others are dependent only. Okay, so approval limit. So what about the user approval limit? The user can approve from what kind of amount? Okay, whether we can take the negative balance and positive also. Negative is kind of a it's kind of a credit memo like that, and positive it's a kind of a invoice. Okay, so that means that we can take negative. Okay, for example, 10,000 and positive 10,000, because that means that so this person can approve for up to 10,000. Okay, 10,000 for particular customer, and this person can approve for so to provide a credit to the customer up to 10,000. That means that amount is so it is first one is the minus means that so it is it is moving from the company. That means that we are there. So it is debiting, and the next one is it is crediting to the company. So in that case, what we can do is go to the approval limit, because meanwhile we can do that, because yesterday also we had the same issue, right? So whenever we assign, so this one, then it need to be refreshed. Okay. So let me go to the AR, and here are the approval limits setup and transactions, and here we have the approval limit. Go to the approval limit. So let me username. Our user is a Proton user, and adjustments. You can take the document types. Okay, I'm going for the just adjustment, and here the currency is INR. You can take a minus 5 lakhs to up to 5 lakhs. Okay, up to that amount, this user can approve. Okay, so you can approve for that. So then save it. This is a kind of a approval limit. Minus to plus. Minus is the kind of a credit memo or refunds, and plus is kind of a, so it's a kind of a invoice, year invoice. Okay. So next one is
Sir,
receipt classes. Yeah,
I'm,
yes, Praveen.
sir, is limit is for only receipt invoice.
Yeah, invoice. So the minus one is it's a kind of a refund. So if you are giving the refund, then it will go for minus one, right? Because yeah, that is debiting
Yes,
your transactions. The plus one is the invoice,
yes.
the standard invoices. Okay.
Okay,
So
okay,
document sequence. Documents is a kind of a numbering. Okay, how to generate the invoice numbers? For that, we will use a document sequencing to generate invoice numbers. And then once we complete the other setup, then it's fine. We can go ahead. So let us complete this document sequence, and we will come back and we will do that. Okay. So here, so let me go to the document sequences. So it's a kind of a setup. So we need to go to the financials here, and you need to go for the flex fields and the documents. We need to check the documents. Let us see where it is. Otherwise, we can go to the in GL as well. You can do in GL as well. So let me use Control L. You can also use Control L for the document sequence. So here I don't have that. Okay. So we can use you can go for GL as well. So let me try one second. System. Okay. Else. Think we don't have it. Okay, no issues. Let us go to the. You can do anyway. Okay, so let us go to the GL. So GL, and here setup financials, flex fields, key, then sequences. Okay, let us see setup financials, sequences. So then document define. So this is navigation setup financials, sequences, document define. So here what I can do is I am going to do Proton doc sequence or document. Application is a receivables. Okay, so then it is automatically save it. Right? And assign. So go to the click on assign, and here the receivables and category. You can take the category. So I'm going to take the category. It's a kind of a we have the Proton transaction type, because based on transaction type we will create the invoice. And here the ledger, Proton ledger, and click on assignment. So here you can take the start date, today's date, and document says just be created, right? We can assign here Proton document says Proton doc doc. Okay, then save it. Now it is fine. So let me go to the other setups, because these are pending only, because this is a kind of just running the program. It's a simple only. So we need to update the tax manager, then we can go ahead. So here the tax manager, let me go to the tax manager, click on here. It's still showing the same issue. Okay, so what I can do is, for the time being, so what I can do is, let me go to the, so tomorrow I will show you, because because it is taking time to refresh. Okay, I will log out and then we'll go to operation welcome. There also we are using the same thing, operations welcome. Okay, so there also we have the tax manager. We will use the same tax manager and we will update that one. So here I click on tax. So you can see select here. Now you will get it, because so whenever you assign any kind of thing, then it will take some time. So yeah, so even you will get the same kind of form as well. So okay, so here you need to go to create. This one is there. Yeah, complete first party legal entity tax profile. This one you need to go there and complete first party legal entity tax profile. So this one, click on here. Click first party legal entity tax profile. You need to click on go to task. Click on go to task, and here you need to apply. You need to first party legal entity. So our legal entity is Proton Consulting Services, right? So let me go for the Proton Consulting Services and click on go, and you will get it update tax profile here. And we need to update that we are not using tax, because if we don't update, then what happens is, whenever that you are creating a transactions, it will check for the tax. Okay, no tax, no taxable, like that. Okay, no taxable. You can go for this one, no taxable. So then apply. So once we create the taxation, then we will check it how it will be. We will go to the tax configuration. We will use this one as EB tax. You can call it as EB tax. So here only we can go for the EB tax setups. We'll show you that. Okay, but we will do once we complete other topics. Okay, we have the plan for the tax manager. Okay. So now that time we will enable the tax and we will do some kind of entries. So now next one is operating unit owing, because we had updated tax for legal entity at unit level, and let us do for at operating unit level. So here the party is Proton operating unit. Okay, so you need to select the operating unit and click on go, and here you can create tax profile. Okay, and click on apply. Click on apply here. Fine, we are done with that. Okay, so where we need to do is, I will show you right now, and we will create it. Go to the this one, tax configuration. Go to the tax configuration. So here different setups. Okay, tax regimes, taxes, statuses, taxes, jurisdictions. So tax recovery rates, tax rates. Okay, we have these things. We need to create. Okay, each and everything. This is a kind of a tax configuration. We will do later. So let me log out here. Okay, so log out and log in with our with our own user ID. Now we had completed this one, the tax manager, and then let us go to the receivable activities. Okay, So earlier we are not able to set up the receivable activities now. So let me go to the Proton. Welcome. I think I had taken the calculators. So here batches. So receive. Okay, let us create these setups and then we will run the program. After that, we can test with invoice and receipts. Okay, so here let me go to the AR receivable activities. So receipts and receivable activities. So here we have, okay, now you got it right. So earlier we did, so it is errored out because of the taxation. So now, so let us have, we have the two kind of earned discount and unearned discount. So if you are selling a product, so how much discount you earn? So even though, so earned discount means even though we provide the discount, so sometimes we will earn that one, because if you see the this retail market, okay, for the class purchase, class showroom, in the so they used to give the discount, even though they are giving the discount, they used to earn it. Okay, so that is a kind of earned discount. So here Photon earned discount, copy and paste here, and activity account, the same way, it is asset kind of account. So finance, okay, save it. So in the same way you need to create unearned discount as well. Okay, so this one is Proton unearned discount. So we had given the discount, but we are not earning for that, so you are not benefiting, the organization is not benefiting for that. Okay, so in that case you need to select the unearned discount. It's a kind of unearned discount. Okay, so for that, so let us give the, so let us take it. So it's a kind of asset account only. So finance and click on OK and save it. So now we need to go for receipt classes. In the receipt classes, we will update the account details. Okay, all our account details. So go to the setup receipts and then receipt classes, basic classes. Here we will update our account details. Okay, so here Proton receipt class. So here is a manual, and remittance you can go for the standard and factoring. So the standard and factoring, so it will be useful for that. So okay, for example, we have the receipts, and based on the receipt, what we can do is, so you can get the amount from the bank. So it's a kind of a remittance based on the receipt only. You can get the amount. Okay, so that is a kind of a factoring, standard factoring. So standard is the regular receipt, and you can go for standard factoring. So based on the receipt, so we will get the receipt, receipt document from the customer. So based on that, the bank will provide the amount. Okay. So it's a kind of understanding, mutual understanding between the bank and the company and customer. So click on the bank account. So this one is Proton. Score receipt method, and click on bank accounts. So here ours is HDFC Bank. And account name, so you can select the account name. Just and cash, we already have, we had given the cash, and by default you get it. Receipt confirmation, it is asset account. So here most of the accounts are asset accounts only, asset or revenue accounts. So let me copy the asset accounts here. So here the remittance, and this one a short-term debt is a kind of a liability account. Let me copy everything and then I will change it accordingly. Okay, and here unearned discount and earned discount we just created. So okay, we just created unearned and earned discount. So here you can change the debit account. So it's a kind of a debit account. So you can change it to debit account. So liability, it's a liability account. So debt, it's a kind of debt account, short-term debt. So it's a liability, sorry, not debit. So it's short-term debt. So it's a kind of liability. Debt is always liability. And bank charges, it's always a expense account. It's a charges means it's a kind of a expense account. Then click on OK and save it. So now we did the receipt classes and then receivable activities. So now let us go for the, so this one receipt sources. Okay, this is sources. So next one is receipt sources. These are all the mandate setups. Without that, we can't do in create a invoice. And here I am taking the Proton receipt source. Okay. So you can copy paste here, and here the receipt class is. So let me go for Proton, and the method is kind of a Proton only, and bank account is HDFC Bank. So Proton HDFC Bank, and you can go for the manual or auto generated. So manual, you can go for manual numbering or auto generating, whatever it may be. So let me go for the manual journey, manual numbering, and save it. So now we created, and once you create all, you need to run the program to validate, to validate the setups. Go to view request and submit new request and click on OK and tab. So you can validate. So whether it is, if it is requested, you need to check. If it is not in the single request, you can go for the request set. It's not, I'm not able to see both areas. Okay, then let me go for the single request. So we have two requests. One is single request, other one is request set. So here let me check like validate percentage tab. Yeah, you got it, because maybe we have some kind of a space gaps like that. So here the Proton tab and Proton ledger, you need to take the Proton ledger, and application is Oracle. Okay, sorry, application is receivables, and application owner is Oracle. Okay, application owner is Oracle. Okay, so then click on OK and submit. Okay, it's a kind of a validation, just a validation only. Okay, fine, it will complete. Let us wait till it completes. So then next one is you can go for the creation of AR invoice. How to create a AR invoice, and then we will create a receipt for that. After that, we can go for the period closing. So this is these setups, which are whatever we discussed, 15 or 16 setups. So these setups are mandatory for any kind of implementation. Okay. So refresh it. Okay, it is completed normal. So now let me go to the transactions. That is the invoice. So here I'm going to create the AR invoice here. Transactions. Click on transactions and let us create AR invoice. And okay, so I'm not going to transfer the data. So I want to show you the period closing, then I will transfer the data. Okay, so here it is a kind of a source is ours is Proton, right? Proton source. We have the Proton source, which is manually we created for manual. So once you select the source, by default you are getting the type and everything legal entity, because the legal entity is assigned with the transaction type, and the transaction type is assigned with the invoice, and this transaction type is assigned to the source. Okay, yesterday we created, even while practicing you can also observe that. Okay, so now name, customer name, just give the Proton tab, you will get the ship to bill to everything. So just give the name and tab. Okay, so then you will get all the data. Okay, you got it, right? So now I'm taking the payment term as immediate payment term, and go to the line items. Go to the line items. So here let us give the line items data. Okay, so because here we are selling to our Proton customer, so one kind of an item. Okay, fine. So the AP we are paying, we are getting the item from the supplier, and here we are selling the item. Okay, so here that one is okay, test item. I am taking a test item. Okay, and here quantity is 10, and unit price is 1000, and amount you will get automatically. Okay, so here I am not giving any kind of accounting, just save it. Okay, just save it. I'm not giving any accounting because accounting will be generated based on the auto accounting. So we just updated the auto accounting right now. Okay, click on distribution so you can see that. Okay, revenue account is generated. Once you complete, now it is not completed. So once you complete, so then other accounts, okay, receivable account also will be generated. Let me check it. So just click on complete, and once you complete the invoice, so then it will be freezed. Okay, it will be in the freeze status, and other accounts also will be generated. Okay, it is freezed, right? So let me show you that. Go to the distributions. Okay, you can see that revenue account. Okay, revenue account also generated, because tax we are not using the tax. That's why tax tag is not generated here. Okay, revenue and receivable account, both the accounts are generated. Now let me go to the accounting tools, create accounting, and it will ask you final post and final and draft. I want to create the draft only. Okay, the draft means accounting will be created in AP, AR, in AR. Final, so accounting will be created, and then it will move to GL. Final post means it will be posted. So here I want to create accounting in AP, AR, and let us check with the period closing how it is. Then we can transfer the data. So I am taking this one for the period closing purpose. Okay, click on OK, and here the number is, our transaction number is 100. Okay, so we will use this one for the receipt based on the 100 invoice number. So 10,000 amount, so we will create the receipt. Okay, so let us go to the receipt. Okay, and then we will go for the period close. For the period close, we need to run the create accounting program. This is the main thing, create account. If there is any pending transact, create accounting program. If there is any kind of a pending transactions. Okay, now the accounting is successfully created. Okay, so it will you can also check the V account. Go to the V account, so you can check here. Okay, it is created, it is there in the AR only. It is not moving to GL because so we didn't transfer to GL. Okay, so now let me go to the receipt. Here receipt and receipts. Okay, so let me create receipt. So here the receipt method is Proton. So we just created Proton receipt method, and I'm taking the receipt number. So Proton PRO REC 123, and amount is okay. So because I received 5,000, let us assume for out of 10,000 invoice amount, I received 5,000, and you need to apply the transaction number. Transaction number is 100, right? So this is the 100 number. Okay, tab it. So once you tab it, You can see that. So you are getting the amount, okay, because the remittance bank everything, okay, because we got it because of the receipt classes from the receipt classes. Now you can see that, okay. Once you click on that one, the 100, so it is in our unapplied status, okay. So once you click on apply, then it will go to the applied status. It will go to the applied status. It will go to the applied status. So we need to apply. So if you click on apply, so then you can see that. So what is the invoice amount and how much you received and what is the balance amount. So it is just checking with the invoice transaction. Okay, so you can see, right? So the Proton ledger, this is the for the invoice generators. Okay, so now you can see that. Okay, so apply. So 100. Okay, the balance due is 5,000. 5,000 is applied. Okay, then save it. Just click on save it. It will be save. Okay, so then after that, what we can do is, so here the earned, so discount earned is 0, total is 0 only. We are not earning that any kind of discount here. No discount. We are not taking any discount, right? Because it's an immediate payment. Payment is immediate, right? So that's why. So I want to check with, so here, so we paid, right? So let us check our invoice. Okay, our invoice transaction. So it should be corrected, right? So for that, what you can do is F11. Okay, so take the invoice number 100 and then control F11. Okay, now you will check that how the invoice transactions, because here also, so you need to get the details. Okay, so out of 10,000 and how it will be, so you can see that, right? So out of 10,000 it is 5,000 only. Now it is 5,000 only, because if we go to details you can see that. Okay, receipts 5,000 is issued and balance is 5,000. Got it, right? Okay. So, but we didn't generate the receipt kind of accounting. Okay, for that, so let me go to receipt number. Okay, the receipt number is, we had taken Proton REC 1234, I think. So let me check receipt number. So now based on that, I need to generate the accounting. Okay, so tools, create accounting, and draft only. I'm going for draft only because I want to check with the period closing. So next one is, let us go for the period close. Okay, how to do the period close. Okay. So tomorrow we will come up with the other setups. Okay, so this is FPA setups. Okay, so FPA setups, and then we can go for the cash management and MOAC. Okay, so let us plan. So maybe if we have the time this weekend, we can complete all these things in the weekend, by weekend. Okay. So by Saturday and Sunday, if you are okay, I can take some more session. Otherwise, so we can do as usual. Okay. So that is up to you. Okay. Now go to the, okay, it is created. But I request you guys to please practice. Okay. So now, so let us go for the period closing. For the period closing, what we need to do is go to the control and accounting, and then you can go for the open close. Okay, so here let me try to close this one. So let me try to close from starting itself. Okay, so it is not like that. Okay, so close. Okay, it will check. Okay, so let me, others will not a problem up to this level. Okay, it is checking. It is checking for the unposted items. Okay, others not a problem. You can close all these things up to November. Okay, because we don't have the data up to this level. It is checking. Just click on OK. It is just checking. The system will check. Okay. Once you click on tab, system will check. Okay. So if there is no transaction, then no issues. Okay. It will be fine only. Click on OK, and here also click on OK, and here also click. Sorry. Here also click on OK, and you will not find. So I will show you where the issue is, because we have the transactions, we don't have the transactions up to. Okay, you are able to hear me, right? We don't have the transactions up to
Yes,
November.
sir.
Yeah, up to November. So okay, so up to you are fine. So now let me close it. If I close this book, December book, then it will not allow you. Okay, it will get, yeah. Are you able to see that? You must
Yeah.
post all the transactions in this period before you close it. Got it? So now I want to show you this. That's why I didn't transfer the data. For that, so close this one. So you need to run a program called view request and create accounting program. That is the program to transfer the data from sub ledgers to main ledger called GL, create accounting. So in this create accounting, so you need to provide all the details, the parameters. You need to provide the parameters here. Okay, the parameter is Proton tab, Proton ledger, and end date. So let us take the December date. Okay, end date, and the final, and the report is, it's a kind of, let us take the detail. Okay, and post. Okay, let us post. Okay, let us post here. Otherwise, so let it be, and then we can post, not a issue. Okay, and here, so Proton ARJE. Okay, we can take ARJE. Click on OK, then submit. So then it should trigger, and journals need to be imported. Once the journals imported, and once the journals create and transfer to GL, then only we can close the AR period. Okay. So it will take some time. Okay. So meanwhile, let me go for that. So this one is for FPA setups. This one is for CM setups. Okay. So others we can take. Okay, then we will complete the modules with mandated setups, and then we can go for the actual updates, P2P cycle, OT cycle, implementation flows, all these things. So now refresh it. Okay, it is failed. I don't know. So there's a problem. So you can go to vlog. Here, if you accounting program error, and the program error APS format blank. That is kind of giving there hook there, right? APS, application interfaces. The APS is showing that in the APS only. Accounting program H2 error. Okay, this one source, date accounting, end date. let me take care. Okay, able to get it why it is fine no issues. Okay. Okay, so now we go to the application. Okay, we'll check it tomorrow. Okay, so why it is failed. Yes, so here the periods are in the open status only. Okay, and this one is the transaction. Transaction also fine. This is in December date only. Number is 100, I think. 100 counter left over. Okay, it's a December date only. December date. December date only. So let me run once again with the date change. Okay, with the date change only. Let us see how it will. I don't want go for 31st and then let me go for 10th December like that. So final detail yes and then.
Sir, end date should be not greater than.
Sorry.
Sir, end date should be not greater than today's, no, sir, while creating accounting.
Not greater than today's you are saying?
Yes, sir. Take today's date, sir, 6th.
Okay. No, okay. Usually what happens is if we can go for up to the month close as well. So let me try with this one. Otherwise we can go for the 6th.
Yeah, sure.
Usually we can go for month date because I don't know because it's my year end, right? December is the year end. Maybe because of that it is taking issue. And it is a period is open, right? In December. GL period is open, I think, right?
Yes, sir, open.
Yeah. It is failed again. Okay. So let me take your advice and then let me run once again with the today's date, right? You are saying about today's date. Today is it's 6th, right?
Yes, sir, 6th.
Let it be. So let it run for some time. Okay, so let me check it. If it is already failed, then we can discuss tomorrow. I will check it. Okay. So it is also failed, Praveen. Okay. So we'll check it tomorrow, and we'll let you know. So where it is failed, we'll go to the issue. Okay. Fine. So
Okay, sir.
yeah, tomorrow we'll discuss and we'll upload this recording, and tomorrow we'll discuss about this issue, and then we'll go for the applicator. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Fine. Yeah. Thanks
Okay.
for joining.
Well,
Thank you, sir.
Practice from your end. Okay. So if you have any issues, then
okay.
discuss later.
Okay.
Yes.